in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for room. It's Knight. Got a little space. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. At the 45, on his way. Rimmed out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Knights want to move quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Duke's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Looking to pass. It's Grimes. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. First down here for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dot
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The play-action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Grimes. Got a man, it's Perkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Perkins. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Blue Devils!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Gore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Barco. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Knights look to keep this drive humming. They'll go back to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see them.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Massey. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys...
There he goes! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. On the option, it's Grimes. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. It'll be 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's caught. It's Perkins. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you,
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point.
14, UCF 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Makes the grab.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando.
The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Grimes. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. It's caught downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts it down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! And the route is on. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Got his man. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Knights will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The run from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Under fire. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Grimes. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's looking to pass. Here's the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And he missed it. No good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Barco. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Barco. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Rides to back and leaves it. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Open space at the 25. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Knights decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the Duke offense heads. Onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses. They would be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Wants to throw. It's Grimes. Grab near the marker. It's Perkins. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after.
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks.
Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We are not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb.